The Parliament shit was good.
I can understand the generational thing, but from them to what we brought it to was still tight.
But that's what they like.
This is the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge. Trap comedy at its finest. Where if you can't slang yourself, you might as well hang yourself. This is also where you can turn yourself into dope and you become the real man. Whoa, yeah.
First I hit 'em, then I let 'em, then I remix, rewind, then I wet 'em. Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap.
All right. How's everybody doing? I want to welcome you to another exciting episode of the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge. We have with us this week, back for the second week, our financial consultant in cryptocurrency, Mr. Sheldon, right here. What's up, Sheldon? How you doing?
What's going on, Marv?
All right. And then to my far left, I have the biggest packet with Big Packet Sports Corner.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And then we have the resident ghetto Googler, once again, Mr. Faarooq. So we want to talk about what's going on this week. Now, I heard a disturbing story, Faarooq. What was it about? Because you got all the particulars and the schematics on this story. What was going on?
Family, the Trumpin family.
That's the name, Trumpin'?
Yeah.
Okay. What's up with their ass? What they do?
Well, they did a lot of fucking, excuse me, because they had 13 kids. And, you know, from what I discovered, man, you know, they neighbors didn't even know they had children, man.
So there was some real obedient children they had in the house?
No, they wasn't obedient.
But why the neighbors didn't even know they had kids?
Well, they stayed in a real nice middle-class neighborhood. He made like $140,000 a year. The wife.
Balling.
Yeah, the wife was a stay-at-home wife. I guess she worked for Northrop.
Balling.
But somehow, some way, he lost his job, and I guess he felt the pressures that, you know, us ordinary black men, or as, you know, we say we're going to cut it out, but they're going to give me one last, and as niggas would have it, you know.
One last hurrah.
We know the pressures of not being able to feed our family
Especially
proper.
13 miles.
But really, that brings a hustle out of us. We know
So what happened? What's the dilemma with them?
Well, he said since he couldn't feed them or whatever and couldn't afford to feed all 13 of them, which is crazy because some of them was 29 years old. So he decided instead of chaining up the icebox, and you know, at nighttime, he just chained their ass to the bed. So he don't have to worry about them going and sneaking shit out the icebox.
Now this that story I heard about where the couple in Paris, California, had 13 kids chained up, and they came in and found out they was malnutrition and everything. Now that's what I don't understand. Now they was white people, right? Yeah.
Non-colorful people.
Non-colorful people. Now, this is what I don't understand. And then some of them was adults, 29 years. What made your 29-year ass say, I'm going to just stay chained up? You know what I'm saying? So, now, all 13 of these kids is chained up, malnutrition in the house with these white folks. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really understand that.
Were they adopted?
No, they was the natural kids. That was they made them by natural.
When you said these
means.
White folks, that's why I was like, oh, it kind of threw me off.
Yeah, I thought it was like some foster kids or something like that. No, these were their children, and they was like all dressed up too. They all like had the same outfit on and everything like
Only
that.
6 or 9 of them were minors.
Yes, like between 6 to 9 of them was minors, and he had some 29-year-olds, and they was all chained up. And they was skinny, so
they were over 18 years old. So it was all adults.
The youngest one was how old was the youngest one? About 6,
something
5,
like that.
And the oldest one was like 29. They was all in this house, and all 13 of them was chained up, and they was found suffering from malnutrition. Now, have you heard of any crazy things like that before going on, Packet? Because I know you was never chained up and kept away from food.
No, the icebox was chained.
Yeah. That's where you learn how to pick locks.
You so funny with them little bitty arms.
No, I'm just saying though. Have you? What would make a family or parents not feed the kids?
They couldn't feed them.
Man, there's so many people with
he was making
mental
$100,000
disabilities,
a year. She was working. Okay,
She wasn't working. She was
wasn't
a
working.
stay-at-home mother.
Was she chained up too?
Nah, her ass was roaming
She
free.
was helping them chained up.
Oh, so she was managing the chain.
And from that point, the youngest was 6, right? So in 6 years, God knows how many self-performed abortions she may have had, because after 13 kids, I know that you didn't stop humping on each other.
Yeah,
so.
she probably tried to tie her tubes up herself like her shoes.
Wow.
Yeah. So now you have children, don't you, Sheldon?
Yeah, I got kids.
Now, how often do your kids eat a day?
3 times.
Yeah. Now, can you
That's
even
that
see?
he know of.
Can you even see yourself starving them out?
Nah.
Yeah.
I love my
so
kids.
that's why I'm trying to tell you. You got to take care
They
of
love
your
their kids too. They didn't kill them. They just wanted to manage the food in the house.
That's some cold
So
food
instead
management.
of chaining the icebox, they chain their ass up to the bed so they couldn't sneak in and out the icebox.
How they use the restroom?
Every night or all day?
They,
On
they,
themselves?
gave them some pans.
They had, and Depends. They gave them Depends.
The little
and
diapers.
They had a lot
Wow.
of diaper wipes and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Was it all night or was it just?
It was
No,
All
until
day.
we get some food in the house.
Yeah.
Nobody gets unchained
Until there's something to unchain you for.
until we get some restraints on some bills. So until we put food in this house, we're just gonna conserve it. All the electricity and everything. Y'all just go lay down in the bed.
And they pass a cookie around, and then each one take a bite and pass it to the other one. So by the time it
So
got
they had
to
to be
the,
homeschooled then.
No,
they
wasn't
didn't.
no-
They wasn't nothing. They wasn't
nothing.
teaching them shit because it was like we ain't need to teach you nothing because you never getting out of these chains. So you ain't got to learn nothing.
They just all came up missing. The neighbors said they never knew that they had kids.
And
Period.
They had 13 of them in the house.
They never seen them outside. They never heard any noise or any of that, so they didn't know.
Because you know, if you ain't got enough energy, you can't cry or holler or nothing. So they was really starving. They didn't even have enough energy to scream. Nigga.
I would like to know the mental evaluation on the kids. If were they mentally disabled too?
Had
They
to be.
showing pictures of the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all look like very, very light skinned Ethiopians.
Their knees was the biggest thing on their body.
Big old knuckle ass knees.
Yeah.
This sound like some.
But the
fake
thing
news or
is,
something.
I mean, no, it's real. This is real.
No, this real shit.
They parents was mentally disturbed. I mean,
It had to be.
And what the most disturbing thing about it is, it was a nice house. But what I found disturbing is they had a porcelain statue of Minnie and Mickey Mouse with their back turned towards one another. Now everybody know that Minnie and Mickey Mouse is the most happiest married damn couple in America.
On the planet
Yeah,
Earth.
everybody else got married problem. So
It's funny you picked that up.
The first disturbing sign was a statue that they had in front of their door with Mickey and Minnie with their back turned
Like they
towards
don't get
one
along.
another.
Wow.
They should have had their damn back turns to one another, and they wouldn't have had all 13 of them damn kids.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Now, I don't know if they had a pet dog or something, but I'm quite sure
They
that.
couldn't have. The dog was eating.
No. They may have had a pet until Thanksgiving.
Wow.
I mean, you know.
Mentally disturbed is mentally disturbed.
Hey, anything running
So
around
are you trying to
there
say
on four legs can
are you
become
trying to say
dinner.
for Thanksgiving them kids probably had hot dogs?
Yeah. Yeah.
See,
Smoke.
there's a lot of
Jason
people
hot
walking
dog.
around here with mental disabilities, but
how
I
they
don't
get-
want to offend no people, but it's a lot of that going around.
So what was your question, Sheldon?
How they get caught?
That was the thing. I think somebody
The 10-year-old girl got out the window, climbed out the window one day.
she chewed her wrist out of the
Yeah, I
she,
guess.
she gnawed her
I
wrist.
guess Packet over his YouTube or Facebook live page must have gave her instructions how to pick the lock. So she picked the lock on the chain and escaped out the window
You know what?
Good for her.
and
know
grabbed the cell phone in the house and called the police.
This reminds me of that story in Ohio.
Which one?
The girl got loose and ran to that black dude.
Yeah.
He got
Yeah.
on the news and when I see white folk in trouble, I knew something was wrong. When white folk come running towards me, hugging me, I knew something was wrong.
right.
Yeah, that's the weirdest story I heard in a while. You know,
And that's in California. So if anybody want to chime in,
Paris, California.
we got some things coming up. So anybody want to chime in, call us at 323-293-3375 and talk about these issues. And we also had some things going on in the news this week. We had some local issues. We just had the Martin Luther King Day Parade. They call it the Kingdom Day Parade. We just had it right here on Crenshaw. And to my surprise, nobody got shot or beat up. So it was a good
they
turnout.
don't do that no more.
Shit, they did it last year.
I call it Ass Appreciation Day.
Why
I
you call
low-key
it?
was nervous. I ain't seen so many niggas walking around with folk on their arm. Long time.
Well, you can call it National Nigga Day then.
Oh, you was out yesterday too?
Man, when I parked the car, they was outside rolling dice. I was like, ooh.
Because, I mean, King Day, a nigga can be a nigga. You can go piss on a tree, drink you a red soda.
They was dancing in the middle of the street.
Nobody's complaining about you eating watermelon and chicken with your hand.
The one thing I like about the Kingdom Day Parade is anybody can get in it. You can just walk. You can just walk and get in it. You can walk down the street and not even in the parade.
Liquor store twice.
I seen 2 or 3 things that disturbed me about the people participating in the parade.
What was that?
The first is they had drill team, some high school, where one of the person in the drill team was some white dude twerking, and he was just out of control, like he was a old school solid gold dancer.
So he had like some kind of gender confusion going on.
Yeah, and then I seen the whack ass Raiders float. They had
that shouldn't have even been in there.
They had a whole ship.
Right. They shouldn't.
A real pirate ship going down Crenshaw.
Wow. I kind of liked it. I kind of liked it.
Well, I was kind of, semi kind of hating because the shit was like, it looked real, like a real boat. And I'm like,
it's L.A. They didn't have no Rams folk?
No, they said the Raider fans from South L.A. So, look, y'all not from Oakland. Y'all not going to the Super Bowl. Let it go, man. Use the shit for firewood or something. But I'm going to tell you the most disturbing thing that I say, and a lot of people might not like this, but, I'm staying true and be a man of my own conviction. The most disturbing thing that I said, you had the police cadets and the sheriff cadets.
Right.
Then, you got all the police on in the cars and the motorcycle doing the little tricks or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good PR for, law enforcement agency and the community. I understand that. But see, here you have it, and I'm going to tell you people, don't never forget I said this. You got these so-called black nationalists, the fake-ass new Black Panthers, all you niggas need to go to Lamert Park and clean up all that goddamn trash that your people left if you want to do something for the community. But here these niggas come. You got family, little kids, grown people that was there. Matter of fact, I think I seen Rosa Parks' auntie, somebody that was older than Rosa Parks there said she knew her, which is beautiful, but she was just as old as the bus Rosa Parks rode on. But you got all these people here, and here you have these bunch of niggas with African charms on, never been to Africa. Right. And they walk in throwing up the Black Power fist, which is disrespectful to Huey P. Newton and Geronimo Pratt. And they walk in following behind the police saying, fuck the police in front of everybody, kids, and everything. Now, my thing is, if the police would have started whooping their ass, I'd have jumped on the police side.
Right.
But I'd have told them, man, y'all got to give me a uniform and a gun and make it official. Okay, I'm not going to be helping you with remove these niggas if I can't be official with it. But my thing is,
deputize.
What if this rhetoric and negative speech that you in the parade with, which Dr. King had nothing to do with that, what if that would have incited the people to attack the police?
Now, then at that point, then we find ourselves here in Los Angeles in a similar predicament that's going on in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So
we've been there before.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to say. If the community does not want to be policed by the National Guard and have all these people come in and regulate it, you must administer some type of self-policing, self-control, and self-restraint. Just because you see niggas acting a fool, that don't mean it's a nigga act a fool party for everybody to enjoy.
If they'd have deputized me, I'd have just went right in the parade in the Black Panthers and walked with them, and I'd have snatched the person, making everybody say that, because, see, you a shit starter.
Right.
So I'd have got his ass out of there. But my thing is this, man, what are you doing for your community? And my thing is, if
you need to be in charge of
something. If you don't like, I'm in charge of my life.
Right. Exactly. But that's the problem. That's the problem we have in our community. Everybody got something to say and don't want to stand up and do it.
I'm standing up and do it. That's why I'm in charge of my life.
Of yourself.
What I'm not going
to do. That's like
to me.
You got to take take care
got
of
to
yourself
start
first.
with yourself in order.
But
to
you
see,
already got it together.
Okay, no,
you need to.
I don't have it together. But let me explain something to you before you go with that. Just concentrate on your favorite snack right now. Now, I'm in charge of myself and my household. I'm a pillar in the community by discipline and straightening out these young dudes. I told a lot of youngsters to pull their pants up. You know, I told a lot of sisters, you know, you youngster, don't walk around here revealing yourself to a lot of older men like that.
Right.
You know, but I'm doing my part. I'm not going to do your part. See, this is the problem that I have with niggas. They come to you because you a stand-up guy and dump all they garbage off on you.
When they don't want to do
and
things
motivate
on their own,
you for
when
their cause.
When they don't want to do their own
but
shit.
But then when you take their cause and it becomes yours and you regulate it the way you want to,
now
they got some shit to say about you. And when authorities get involved, they stand back and watch you be persecuted. So I'm never organize with niggas like that, period. Okay, everybody looking for a leader, but they don't want to lead themselves out of their own degradation.
Let me add this package.
Go ahead.
Now, that's a good point that you brought up about, you know, instead of talking about it, be about it. So you personally, what have you personally done to help the situation in your community?
Wait. Faarooq has the plan, and Faarooq sees the problem.
But he
attack it.
Now I know for a fact that, like he just said, that he implements those plans, like in the barbershop, because we know we cut hair. We got a lot of young people coming there, and we'll steer them in the right direction, as well as we don't let them just come in there with the pants hanging down. Pull that shit up. You know what I'm saying? In the barbershop, we will regulate the kids. I just seen him personally put his foot in the kid's ass and whip him because his mama didn't, you know, they ain't got no father figure at the house. So sometimes it take a village. You dig what I'm saying? So my question I ask to you is, what have you personally done, and as far as your role in It Takes a Village?
It takes a village. Mm-hmm. Me, like I told you before, I forgot what we were talking about. I had washed my hands up of it, and then I talked to an older guy and said, if you don't take the time to help your brother out, who will?
So what I'm saying is, what have you done? Have you taken the time out to help your brother in your community?
No.
Okay, well then you need to shut the fuck up.
No.
What's up, Al?
No. See,
what's up, Al?
That's one. Shut the fuck up.
No, see, it's more than that.
To one
it's more than that. It's good to talk about something and then do nothing. It's good to talk about it, but if you have somebody that's talking about something
later on, talk about it. That's what's wrong. You got to
back your actions up with your
exactly. Instead of talking about it,
you have people who run their mouth and never do anything. I only talk about what I do and willing to do, and people see me doing. Okay, I'm a part of gang intervention programs. I help people in gangs. Okay, I deal with people with all kind of social issues, drug problems, you know, teenage pregnancies and stuff like that. So I'm actively involved, not just locally here, from here to Long Beach, Inglewood, Watts, whatever. Some of these places I'm at, a lot of people talking all this, let's get together as a people and clean our community up. You don't even go to these places.
Most of the time, brothers get together, when they talk about that, they getting together talking that shit over sharing a blunt. You dig what I'm saying? So
they cringe if they got to go somewhere to Watts. Watts is not a bad place to me, okay? My history, my family roots come from Watts. There's more violent crimes and more deliberate bullshit going on outside of Watts than it is. You see what I'm saying? But the same person that live next door to the drive-by shooters and where's drugs at and all of this on this side of town don't want to go, Watts, that's dangerous. What you live in a toe up ass spot?
Well, you know, I go to Watts myself because they have a wonderful hamburger joint right there called Hawkins Burgers, and it's right across the street from the projects, and they have excellent burgers.
Nickerson Garden.
And the ironic thing about it is, you know, it might be a bad neighborhood, you know, but it's on the street called Success. So I think that's a positive for that. Imperial and Success, some of the best burgers. Now we get ready to go to commercial. And we're going to come right back, and we're going to be talking about the financial future of some of these broke people out here that want to enhance their pockets. So we're going to be talking about cryptocurrency when we come back right here at the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge, 323-293-3375. We'll be right back out the lounge. I got to buy a muscle. All right, we're back. We're back from the commercial break. Now, we want to jump right into it with my man Sheldon for the financial portion of this show. We're going to be talking about cryptocurrency, which is the new money. So for you out there who's still holding on to your dollars, we got to understand that when we were kids, we was watching the Jetsons. Some kids preferred the Jetsons and some kids preferred the Flintstones. So all you people that preferred the Flintstones, the Stone Age is over. Get with the future because you're living in it. Now, Sheldon, where can people reach you at if they're trying to find out more information on cryptocurrency, if they have any confusions or questions?
Instagram at Let's Bet BTC.
Okay. Now, what's going on in the cryptocurrency news right now? Because I heard there was something going on with a lending exchange platform, which was called BitConnect, and some people were telling me today they was getting nervous. Some people was calling me shaking like research monkeys because they didn't want to understand. They like to ask me questions. I say, look, don't ask me a damn thing. Research for yourself. So that's why we got you on the show. So what would you tell people about their concerns as far as their investing in lending platforms?
I know times is hard right now for a lot of people that were invested in BitConnect, but the best thing I could tell you to do right now is just hope.
Yeah, and why is that?
Because basically they didn't exit scam, which is when somebody just basically doesn't, they just take all the money and run. Mm-hmm. What BitConnect did is they gave everybody back their money at $326, $362. And they're basically telling everybody to hold. Right. Now, the reason you should hold this, your BCC tokens, right, is because BitConnect is about to come out with the biggest ICO ever.
Okay. Now, for those people out there that they're not familiar with ICOs, what's the best way for you to explain what an ICO is to the layman?
IPO, same thing as a stock. Mm-hmm. And it's an initial coin offering. Right. When you could buy the coins for cheap. And then you just wait.
So basically, what's going on right here with the crypto news is, see, a lot of people when they're not used to investing, they want to ride the bandwagon when everything is skyrocketing to the top. But what you must understand in investing is things go up and things go down. So when the going gets rough, you can't just jump out and bail out, or else you'll be one of those people that say, oh, I should have stuck with it. I should have watched the train. I should have watched the market or whatever. Now, what my suggestion would be, now when prices drop, that's a good time to start buying and put more investing in, because opportunity to buy at the low, because you always want, when you're investing, you always want to buy something low and you want to sell it high. For example, a lot of people that grew up in inner city schools, they were never really taught the difference between buying and purchasing. You know what I'm saying? So this is the difference. See, when you buy something, you done bought that shit. That's it. So like, say you want a sandwich, right? So you got $10. So you go buy you a $10 sandwich. Now you done ate that sandwich. That sandwich is gone along with your $10. Now, if you understand purchasing, what you want to do is you want to take that $10, might buy you a cheap loaf of bread and some lunch meat. Now you can make you about 6 sandwiches and sell those sandwiches for $2 each. Now you have made money on your investment. Not only have you made a profit, but you have actually got to eat your sandwich. So once you understand the difference between buying and purchasing, then you can understand the stock market, the cryptocurrency market, or any type of market that it involves investing. Now, we have a caller right now. Let's take this caller real quick. Caller, you say what? Welcome to the lounge.
Whoa, yeah.
What's happening? That sound like Sid. Big Sid.
No, sir. This is Cavett Haynes.
Oh, okay. Cavett Haynes. What's going on, Cavett Haynes? We appreciate your comments. What's going on?
I got 2 things. I wanted to give Faarooq a chance to say black nationalist again if he wanted to give another swing at it.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I was just so caught up in what I'm doing, man. Black nationalism is a beautiful thing. I just don't like it when people bring nigga ignorance to something that's profound like that, man. They misrepresent what we're trying to establish for ourselves nowadays, and that's what we have to rid out amongst ourselves before we can have any real progress.
Now, Cavett, were you participating, or were you around during the King Parade?
No, I was working on something else. I was working, so I didn't. I'm down there in San Diego.
Oh, okay.
We did. There was a lot of stuff during the weekend.
But
no, I didn't participate.
Well, that's cool though. Did you get to see it on television or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
I was a little busy.
What was your second question?
I wanted to talk about the cryptocurrency. My question is, some of these coins or some of these platforms are trading at a real low value, but they have a huge circulating supply, like that one Doggy coin. You guys heard about that one?
Dogecoin. That's that's DOG.
Oh, is that how you say it?
Yeah.
You heard the little kind of controversy about that he kind of started it as a joke. Well, that one is trading at like 1 cent a share, but it's like top 10 in circulating supply. Everybody's jumping on it.
Well, what I would say is, like, when you watch the market, I like to look at the market cap. That's the amount of money that's circulating within that particular coin and in that market. Now you got a market cap that's up in the billions and stuff like that. So you're seeing the amount of money that's circulating. Okay. Now, like we say, we always want to buy low and sell high, but at the same time, whatever company that coin or that token represents, you always want to do research on your own to see what service, as far as the developers and the people that's backing that coin in that company does. Like, is that a useful program that they have that they're trying to do? Is like, if they're doing something like we want to monitor how many times a person chews steaks, and that's what's backing the coin up, who gives a fuck about that? You know what I'm saying? So if they have a coin that has something very interesting or something that's utilized and the market cap is high, and when you buying in low, then that's a good platform for you to go ahead and invest in and just hold your money. Don't be trying to just be a millionaire overnight. The patience is the game. Now, what would you say about that, Sheldon, to his question?
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying, but also if Doge has value, and the value in Doge, even though it's 1 cent, it's the volatility of Doge, and that's where you make your money.
So it's the compound asset, meaning that if you have so many investors in the assets of its entire holders or in the billions, then that's something relevant. And a lot of people don't understand that soon. And I wanted to say this financially, soon we're going to have a historical event that's happened so many decades, and it's called a financial reset, where something is going to happen to drive people to take their money out the market, to drive the market down. But like they was talking about, that's opportunity. Many of us, when we see people taking their money out, we want to take ours too, because we don't want to get caught out in the rain. But that's opportunity to buy up things, and this is how millionaires become billionaires and billionaires become trillionaires.
That's a good point that Faarooq is making, because the thing is, you see how the prices of the major coins are dropping. That's going to get rid of. That's going to separate the boys from the girls. You hear what I'm saying?
Well, what I was saying is the Doggy coin is real popular. It has a huge market cap and a huge circulating supply, but the value of the coin isn't driving up. I know everything's kind of going
That's
down
because
right
it's
now,
so many of them. But if you buy enough of them, if you would have brought those coins in April,
they was less than a penny at that time.
It was less than a penny.
They're still a penny.
No, we're talking about less than a penny. When you look at the decimal points, I'll give you an example, like the basic attention token. When I bought, I think I bought 50 or 60 of those, and they was less than a penny. I think it was about four zeros behind the decimal point. So that might have been 11/100ths of a cent.
Because Doge isn't a penny right now either.
Right. So now I think the basic attention token is at 11 cents. So depending on how many I would have bought, that 11 cent increase, even though it's not even that 0.11 cent increase, even though it's not a lot, I still would have gained some money in it. So you don't, if you, like they say, if you scared, go home. You know what I'm saying? Go hard or go home. Right. Scared money don't make no money. You know what I'm saying?
Decimal, they call them Satoshi.
Right. Yeah. And the decimals, they call those a Satoshi unit.
But less than a penny.
Yeah. So what you want to do is you don't want to be all with the scared money talking about, well, yeah, because if you got 50 of them or something like that, you ain't gonna really make no money anyway. So try to get about 1,000, 10,000, something like that. Now when the value of the coin go up a couple of cents or something, now you got some bread. You know what I'm saying? Even if a token goes up to $1, $1, and you got 100,000 of them in there that you bought at that 100,000 cost you $10. Now you got $100,000, my friend. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
It's called a calculated risk.
Right. So did that answer your question? Did it help you a little bit, Cabot?
No. I was just wondering if you guys were worried that a particular coin like that, there's a lot of movement with it. I mean, people are jumping on that one, but the value is not growing.
Yeah, I'm not.
So what you telling me is you gonna keep your faith in the so-called almighty dollar?
No, wait a minute. To answer this question, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm not afraid of them because the thing is, you always, number one, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. Number two, you want to do your research. If you got into cryptocurrency, you might be like some of me and some of my friends. It's hard to fucking sleep at night. You know what I'm saying? So do your research. So your faith is gonna come in the education you have on the coins that you invested in, because it's like investing in your kids. You don't want to put a bunch of investment into a retarded ass baby, right?
Right.
Okay.
I got you.
Yeah, so that's what's up.
Or if you feel insecure about it, just roll them over into gold and silver, because you can purchase gold and silver with the Bitcoin.
Yeah, and you're gonna be waiting, longer. So this is the game. It's just like it's straight the hustle game, man. You know what I'm saying? Who can count the best, talk the most shit, and has the most knowledge of the game. All right.
I appreciate it.
All right, that's what's happening on the lounge now. As far as we're going to get back into this, what people were saying about the lending exchange platforms. Mm-hmm. So if somebody's out there and they're a little nervous about their money in BitConnect, what would you say to them?
Oh, like I said earlier, BitConnect didn't scam us. They didn't scam anybody. They actually paid us off, and they're telling us, well, I have a little bit of inside knowledge, but what I'm thinking is if we hold, we'll do better.
Right. So now, to wrap this up, Sheldon, now, what would you say is some coins to look at in the future, or some ICOs that might be something that people might want to just do
like
a little
me,
research on?
I'm jumping in, and I'm only getting in with a couple $100. Mm-hmm. What should I do with my couple $100?
ICOs are a thing right now, but when everybody, see, what I'm starting to realize is when everybody is doing one thing, you can't, it's over. It's over. So I would say buy Bitcoin. But if I would have told you that 2 weeks ago, you would have been happy until it fell out the bottom. Right now it's hitting 11.
So at the same time, you want to make sure that you can. The worst thing you can do is not have any cryptocurrency. You know what I'm saying? So once you get into it and you start, like I say, do the research for yourself, then you can make your own mind. Well, because that's what we want to do.
Now, what I was saying was, do the research yourself, and probably the best place to do some research on your own online is a place called ICOreview.com.
Okay.
And they'll rate them for you and give you, and you can do your own little research.
Well, I started my wallet like you had me do. Got my wallet started and just waiting to put the money in.
Right. So the main thing I would like to stress for anybody that's trying to invest in it is, this is your money, people. This is your money, and this is your future. So it would be advantageous to get as much education, information on where you putting your money. Period. So, and that's one problem that a lot of us have with each other. And when I say us, I mean dark people, melanated people, whatever you want to say. One problem is you want to listen to what somebody else has to say and somebody else's opinion because you're too lazy to get out there and do the research and the legwork for yourself. You got to get your shoes dirty, get some mud on your tires, and get in there. That way things will have a certain value to you, because if you don't have no value in it because you ain't putting nothing in it, easy come, easy go. Would you agree with that? So we want to thank Sheldon for coming out. We're gonna have him come back next week, and we want to thank our caller Cabot for coming in and calling in. And if you want to call back in next week and tell everybody your progress, we'd love to hear that. And if anybody else has any questions and they're interested in finding out something, we'll be glad to listen to your questions and answer them the best way we can. Just call us at 323-293-3375. That's 323-293-3375 right here on the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge. Make sure you press the like button and please leave your comments below. And we'll be right back after this commercial.
No.
All right, and we're back. We just concluded our financial portion of the show with Mr. Sheldon. He'll be back next week right here on the lounge from 7 to 8 every Tuesday. Now, we want to welcome to the lounge Al Toomer. You know, he's here every week, and he's got some colorful shirt on today. And
I love it, Al.
It looks really good against this new background. How do you like the new improvements? We sitting up a little higher now.
Yeah, this is really wonderful.
More comfortable, too.
It is.
Yeah.
Very much.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be back.
And the poetess said next week she's going to install a porta potty right there for you, so you don't have to keep taking toilet breaks. You know what I'm
As long
saying?
as she has some booze sitting right here.
Oh, shit. There you go. There you go.
He ain't get my wine that Betty lost. So I ain't
Well, they don't make diet wine. Did you find diet wine yet? Right. You got to go to Bevmo. They got low fat moonshine.
Oh no! You know what? He did have some wine. He said was for me, but I couldn't tell because his hand was firmly around the neck of it, and he was down in it. Like it was
He was driving. That was like we was going down the Mark show.
Is he incriminating himself with an open container in the vehicle?
He had no
man.
problem with me doing it. He just didn't want to drink and drive. That was on you.
When the police get by, you just gotta open the door and tell them to jump out.
He didn't understand. You know, the police get behind me.
He was happy with the two.
This black man, he would not listen to me. I don't have nothing in my system. You can check. I told him I didn't want it in my car.
He's gonna straight snitch on him. In fact, he's kidnapping me.
I tell you the good way to deal with it. I don't even know what he doing sitting in my car. I stopped at the light and this black motherfucker just jumped in. I mean, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, these cats will throw you up under the bus.
Yeah, they would do some.
They ain't got no
shit
loyalty.
Like that. He just showed him the 2 pounds of that snapper that I got him. He didn't want the liquor, so he got.
Damn, Al, why'd you have to say?
Fried fish.
Damn, Al, here we go. You a
He
snitch.
grill first.
Yeah.
But he settled for
He
that.
saw that cornmeal crust on that bitch.
Yeah.
Was like,
Boy, Al just snitched on me.
did he,
Boy, I
did he
tell you.
share any of
He
it?
tried to get it the right way.
Al, snitches get stitches. Didn't you ever hear that?
2 or 3 days.
I thought you were supposed to be on some kind of diet.
I am on a diet.
He is. He
with
died
fried-
food.
Fried 2 pounds red snapper.
Wait.
Nigga, that's called a try it.
It was no, tripe is that
I said
pig
a
again.
try it, not a
okay.
diet.
No.
No, he's on a diet.
Give it here, I try it.
More. He's on a diet. He just take the fish. He diet orange. So when they ask him what you eating, he say, "I'm eating no orange," because he dyed it orange.
I tell you, boy.
You know, or they say,
Faarooq, are you coming to walk with me
put
tomorrow?
more greens. Yeah, I'll walk with you. Right
Oh,
to the edge
now
of the
you hear
stairs. Right to the edge of the stairs. Then from that point, I'm gonna watch you. I'm gonna be your coach.
Earlier this week, we was talking. You had said something to me about, I guess, some women, how they be expecting Prince Charmings to come into their life. What's up with that?
I call it the Cinderella mentality.
The Cinderella effect.
Yeah, we got a call though.
Okay, caller, you say what? Welcome to the lounge.
What's up, you square?
Hey, Sid.
Oh, so that's Sid right there. What's going on, Sid? How you doing today?
What's the topic for today, man?
Oh, I was just talking about the Cinderella mentality.
Yeah, it's called the Cinderella effect. How these women out there seem to expect Prince Charming to come into their life. You said they got to be actually Prince Charming.
The thing is, they don't, a lot of men might accept a woman playing, dress up with makeup, weaves, and fake this and fake that, fakes Coach and Louis and all that other stuff. But a woman is not going to accept somebody dressed up as Prince Charming. You got to actually be Prince. You got to actually be Prince Charming. They got to see your face on some currency. They got to do a DNA test on you to see, you come from real royal blood, right?
Now hold on. Now, Sid, can you relate to this situation? Have you ever dated a woman who wanted you to just be Prince Charming, even though her herself wasn't really, as we say, all that?
That part right there, I had this one chick I was fucking with.
Yeah, but see, it's a lot of them said.
Let's see what he got to say.
It's a lot of them said, and you can't fault them, man. I call it the Cinderella theory because every woman was a girl at one time, and every girl believed in that Cinderella shit.
Now Sid,
Now,
Sid, what experience did you have with that?
I had this chick a couple of years ago, man. Just wanted me to send her flowers every other day.
Bitch, no. I'm not about to do all that.
Did she ever send you anything, or did you get anything for the flowers?
Hell
And if you would have did it, she still wouldn't have appreciated it because I didn't went through that, and they still didn't appreciate it.
But what I remind
Wait, Al got a question for him. What's the question?
How old was she?
She was, at the time, 35.
Okay, that's what we talking about. See, we leaving out the age brackets in this shit.
Yeah,
I
but
can
see,
a
with the
younger woman trying to be Cinderella.
Yeah,
but if you done got
but Al, listen. Even when they get older, right? They still looking for Prince Charming, man. They want a motherfucker to take care
if
of their
they
kids.
still looking for Prince Charming at their age, they fucking up somewhere.
Yeah, but here you have it. This is what I explained to them. How could you want that Cinderella into that story when you don't have Cinderella quality?
Now, what did Cinderella do?
Cinderella, for one, cooked and clean. These bitches don't cook and clean. Okay? So the slipper fit perfect on Cinderella's foot because she was tried and proven to be worthy of a prince. Okay? You bitches out here with that idea of like Cinderella's ugly fat ass stepsister. Okay? You try to put on makeup. You try to put on makeup to cover up your ugly ass personality.
Now hold on,
not
Faarooq.
you.
Faarooq, that said, what do you think about that? Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree 100%, man. These bitches, man, you gotta get to a different race because they take care of their niggas. They take care of their men.
Now I got a question for you, Sid. I got a question for you.
The same thing, Sid.
Now look, I got a question for you, Sid. Now, you know we're going to be doing the show down at the living room on Crenshaw right before Adams again this Friday. Now, did you have a good time when you performed last week?
I had a great time. Like I say, I was working with Marv. I was trying to improv, so he teaching me how to improv. We were talking about it all week, and when I came that Friday, I just executed. I was improv for like that in 15, 20 minutes, but it seemed like it was only like 5 minutes.
Go fast.
Sid thought he was on stage for 5 minutes. He was up there about 15, 20 minutes. Then he gonna cuss me out. Nah, I was only on stage for 5 minutes. I like, man,
he must have had a good time. It only seemed short.
I was just coming off the top of the dome. I wasn't doing none of my material, and I was like, damn.
So I'm gonna give you something to gauge when you on stage and you see the host with a drink in his hand and the ice is all melted. That means get your ass off the stage, then.
He must have been doing pretty good.
So thanks for calling in, Sid.
Hey man, y'all have a good day, man. Maybe next week I come sit on the panel with y'all, man.
All right, I'll see you this Friday at the living room. The show starts at 8:00, and
I ain't gonna be here this Friday, but I think I'll be next week. I'll be out of town. I'm going to Vegas. My little daughter's having a little national cheer competition. So.
Okay, we hope she does well at the national cheer competition.
So hopefully, she do well. So all right, I'll talk to y'all later on, man.
All right, later on, like said. Now, what you said was very interesting about the Cinderella effect. Now, you might have to repeat that one very important thing again, where the women, they want the Prince Charming, but they don't have the qualities that the actual Cinderella had.
Well, they just look at, the slipper and, the ball and being with a prince, but they don't look at, like I said, the personality quality that she had. And her stepsisters played the part because the stepsisters show you the average attitude and makeup of a woman that's not getting her happy ending. Yeah. Okay, and the thing is, if you want a Cinderella sisters, you better roll with that nigga pretending to be Prince Charming, because that's the closest your asses go ever get to the happy ending. Okay, and don't worry about no glass slipper. I'll buy your ass some clear jelly flip-flops or some shit like that, but you ain't worth me going to go spend some money with a glass maker to make him a shoe to fit your fat ass foot.
She don't even want to clean the glass off.
Listen, I know you used to squeezing your foot in shoes that don't fit and shit, but Cinderella's foot fit perfect because she had the perfect attitude and all the attributes for a prince to be with.
Now, Faarooq, that was a very cool rendition of the Cinderella story.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now we're getting ready to jump right on into this sports because it's coming down. The Super Bowl is February 4th. Now, according to the predictions we made last week, let's see how they turned out. Now we're going to kick this off with the sports segment of the show with Packett's Sports Corner, and Packett, what do you got to say about the sports in football this week?
Oh, this team
Man.
has been eliminated.
Whew. The sports in this week, it was a tough week. They in Pittsburgh, they're asking for Tomlin's head. They want this man fired. They want him fired. And you know, Tennessee has already let go of their head coach. And
now, do you remember
this is the first time they made it to playoffs in a long time. They got rid of him anyway.
What I say about Pittsburgh last week?
Make some.
What I say about Pittsburgh last week?
You said they was gonna lose.
And Marv, you're right. You know what, Marv? I don't. You know, you're not really into sports like that, but they lost. But you do know they lost not because that the other team was better, but because they had an idiot that was coaching them.
They lost because I said so. Now look here.
Now, none of our teams are in it. Stop with all that. They lost because they were on 4th and 1 twice. They have Big Ben, which is over 250 pounds. The first time they threw it 5 yards back against the best defense in the NFL.
L is an L.
You're right. You're right.
At this point,
but being
the
a
better
realistic
team is going to always win, man. I think obviously Jacksonville showed that they was a better team.
Don't be surprised they don't bust New England's ass this year because they got the defense.
Would you like to make a bet on that?
I ain't betting.
No, they're not beating New England.
Now,
hey, if Al wants to bet, leave Al alone.
I'm telling you, don't be surprised.
Now, second team.
Any given Sunday.
Eagles and the Falcons. What did I say about that?
I picked the Eagles. Y'all picked Atlanta on.
I picked Atlanta.
I picked the Eagles as well. I picked the Eagles as well. And what happened?
Hey, dude, you were right. They won, but once again, the Falcons were on first and goal. First and goal. They running back has been averaging 7.9 yards a carry, and these idiots did not run the ball.
All I'm saying.
So hey, you people that don't understand football, I know you can say they won.
It might have to be. It might have to be Marv's Sports Corner. That's what I'm trying to say.
Who's gonna win the Super Bowl, Marv?
We will wait and see.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
No,
Tom Brady.
The best quarterback of all time, Mr. Tom Brady. And you know what I'm saying? You can't really, because when you play against the Patriots, like I told you, you're not just playing against Tom Brady. You're not just playing against the team. You're playing against the team, Tom Brady and Belichick, and
the United States.
Donald Trump, the CIA,
Belichick might be one of
FBI.
Belichick might be one of the coldest cheating coaches in history, NFL history.
That is America's team. I told you, New England, their fortune changed after 9/11. When them buildings got knocked down, they made the Patriots that team, the team of the NFL. New England wasn't shit before then.
I don't know if I can agree with the conspiracy theories.
There's a whole bunch of them out there, though.
I'm telling you what happened. They the Patriots, motherfucker. The Cowboys in America. The Patriots.
It sounds bitter because it sounds like he feels that the Cowboys have been taken because you used to call the Cowboys America's team.
They used to call the Cowboys American team.
But I'm saying if you don't kneel for the national anthem, you're not a Patriot. So don't tell me who their team is.
Well, see. I don't fall for that. That's what white people. That's what white people say. If you don't kneel, if you kneel, you're not a patriot. That's self-proclaimed. You know, that's something they do. Because as white people,
they feel about being patriotic. Mm-hmm. Okay, they're the Patriots. So who wouldn't be their goddamn national team if it's the New England Patriots?
Green Bay Packers.
It's not the Cowboys. It's not the Cowboys. But moving right along.
What we got coming up this week, Packers?
Man, we got Philly versus the Vikings. That's going to be a heck of a game right there, boy.
The Vikings' luck has ran out, and Philly will reign supreme.
I think that the Vikings is going to the Super Bowl.
Vikings. Check this out. This will be the first time that a team that's hosting the Super Bowl will be in the Super Bowl.
They have them sometimes.
But the Vikings?
If you get there.
The Vikings, after they get rid of Agents and Peterson, nobody expected these people to be here.
That won't be the first time that happened, Pat.
It'll be the first time.
Well, let me tell you something. I remember watching the Los Angeles Rams play the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, out in Pasadena. It wasn't in the Coliseum.
But the Rams at that time, home field was the Rose Bowl because the Raiders played in the Coliseum.
Right.
Officially, through the NFL, this would be the first time.
Okay, officially.
Now, maybe unofficially or however they wanted to see that back then. I don't know because the Rose Bowl wasn't. They probably called it the Rams home field, but it wasn't really their field, right? They were just using somebody else's field.
That's what they was playing at.
Dallas out here. They beat Dallas out here in the Coliseum.
That's what they was playing. But at that time, matter of fact, it wasn't at the Rose Bowl. It was in the Coliseum. Look it up. But I just figured out why Marv liked Green Bay.
Why?
Now they the cheese.
He's the cheesiest cat.
They the cheese heads, right?
Oh yeah, he do got a cheese
Now
head.
Marv like Green Bay because he's full of shit. When you eat a lot of cheese, you get constipated.
Marv don't get constipated.
I want to see anybody eat that big ass block of cheese they put on their head, and I guarantee you won't be shitting for 9 months.
But what does Packers have to do with cheese?
This week, guys, who you guys going with?
Okay, hold on, let's see.
Minnesota or Philly? Who's everybody going with?
I'm going Philly.
I'm gonna go with Minnesota.
I'm going with the Vikings, man.
And I'm going with Vikings too. Jacksonville, New England.
Jacksonville.
I'm going to go New England.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady here. Well, I can't say Tom Brady. I'm say Belichick.
You know what? I'm a
Batman and Robin.
I will concur. I'm gonna go Belichick too.
But going back onto what we were talking right before the sports corner, guys, if you have a problem with that woman that's dealing with that Cinderella issue, we have the Sex Master 5000 they have out now for us, guys.
Oh, what that do?
Man, we have a male machine that's the shape of a woman that check out that get down.
Do she talk shit?
Yeah,
no, she don't talk. She do whatever you want her to do.
Her mouth works though.
Everything works.
She don't talk, but her mouth does work.
How much it cost?
I didn't check out the price yet.
You should be checking it out, nigga.
First.
I was waiting for somebody, I want to see if somebody else get electrocuted or something from it. I'm never the first one to dive in, fellas.
You know one of the special features I read on there?
I just want to know if the company take Bitcoin.
Most companies will start to take Bitcoin. FanDuel, all of them take Bitcoin.
Now, what was you saying?
Do you know the special number one special feature that this robotic bitch has?
What?
The more you fuck with her, the freakier she gets.
Oh, you got levels. You could unlock the.
Well, it's just like a woman,
learns?
It's
She
like
learns?
It's a learning robot.
she got
so the
artificial
more you
intelligence?
get down with her, she gets more freakier and do like certain shit.
So does she have artificial intelligence, AI?
Man, they said her mouth got 5 different levels of vibrations and sensations.
Now, why I ain't heard about that?
Bingo! They just
What
released
type of
her.
Look at her ass on her, bend over, man.
They just released her. Look at that.
Is it plastic?
Right. What type of?
No, it's some type of special silicone.
I think it's made out of the same type of the boob material that the women get put in there.
It feel like real skin.
Well, I'll do like this. I'll wait like
and
you
this
guys.
bitch is walking around and talking to me and everything.
I'll wait till the second generation. Wait a minute. What's
That's
her name?
her.
Oh, for real?
That's the robot bend over.
Turn her on.
Okay.
Look at her. Look.
She look like Kim Kardashian.
I don't want to see this bitch move.
Yeah, she got a Kardashian.
Well, we'll do that after the show because I see y'all has interest as part. But look here, I won't probably invest a dime into it until they sell them at the Dollar Tree. Now, listen, because I don't care how fine you is, you still ain't gonna trick me into getting up.
Nah, man, they gonna give up the crackhead robots for the Dollar Trees, man.
I'll buy them by the 6-pack when they come to the Dollar Tree.
They gonna give you the crackhead one.
Now, always remember that we do this every Tuesday from 7 to 8 right here at the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge. You can always call in at 323-293-3375 and make sure you press the like button, subscribe, and leave your comments below. We want to help out. We want to see what you guys have to say. And, let's just grow and go into this year, very lucrative, very positive, and everything like that. Any last words from the panel? We'll start with Packett first and work our way around. What's your last words for the 2018? What you want to say to the people?
2018, Carolina takes the Super Bowl next season. Letting y'all know now.
You could have kept that shit to yourself.
Letting y'all know now. Prediction.
All right, what about you, Faarooq?
I really want to know in what state is it legal to marry one of them robot bitches. Me personally, I want to know.
We gonna find that out next week. And Al, what you got to say?
Fuck other people's expectations.
I want some corn
pressure and all this thing. Your fat ass probably want a whole lot of shit.
I just want you to hear you say it because you got that perfect voice.
Tell him again, Al. Tell him again.
Fat fucker.
Want some cornbread.
I bet you do. Black eyed peas and oxtails and everything.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you
2 pound
again.
red snapper eating motherfucker.
Not
Hey,
sharing.
you know what?
Not sharing.
I'm gonna tell you.
Did it cut in nuggets
Not
or
one
whole
goddamn
pieces?
piece. Not one.
Hey, Marv, he tricked me into that red snapper,
He
dog.
took it home with him.
Look at
He
this
tricked
thing.
me.
He tricked you
How did he
into
trick you?
eating.
That nigga put his shit in the trunk.
What you told him? What
Make
you
sure
told
it
him?
stay hot.
Al, you told him it was vegan red snapper?
Hey, check this out.
Red snake. Hey, the batter and the oil was light.
Marv, the man tricked me.
Was it delicious?
Marv, I wasn't planning on
Was
going
it
there.
delicious?
He said, "Are you hungry?" I said, "If you gonna get something," he's like, "Yeah, I'll get something."
And you get booze. And he chose to eat.
No, see, I didn't hear to get the booze part.
You just heard food hungry.
Yeah, he said food.
He wanted
and he
food.
said he was
Sounded like
treating.
food.
I'm like, I said, Al, you don't have to treat. He's like, no, that's okay.
Why you didn't ask for an apple?
Apple.
Because it
Do
didn't
I look
come
like
in
an
red
apple
snapper
man?
flavor. And the
No
only
apple
thing,
man.
the only thing he said about the red snapper is the tartar sauce was all right.
that tartar sauce was horrible. I had to go buy some different
See,
one.
that's what I'm saying.
That was horrible.
Good.
Horrible.
Al,
Plaza fish.
we gonna get you right next time. Buy him a fillet of diet soul next time. Don't support his habit. We'll see y'all later next week on the Madd Marv Comedy
Peace,
Lounge.
motherfuckers.
Whoa, yeah.
This is the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge. Trap comedy at its finest. Where if you can't slang yourself, you might as well hang yourself. This is also where you can turn yourself into dope and you become the real man. Whoa, yeah.